Where's Waldo? Hike ABP. KBP. There's Waldo. I love emotes. They make me ings. And I love money. Gamble 100. Gamble 100. At KBP 24 dice roll result 3 you got half of the bet back. Slots. The result is at KBP 24 sorry keep trying you lost 50 points. Rig. Have you tried not losing? Loser off. Gamble 100. At KBP 24 dice roll result 3 you got half of the bet back. Loser 0. Slots. The result is at KBP 24 sorry keep trying you lost 50 points. Loser 0. Hack 1. Hack off. Gamble 100. At KBP 24 dice roll result 2 you lost the bet. Haha got you. I am too slow. How do we make the emotes on Twitch?
Oh, hi. How you doing? My name is Waldo, and I am here to feel the politics with you. Hi, KBP. How you doing? Uh, so hypothetical. Follow me. If if you were watching on Twitch and you wanted to type the
I
Drama
am
Llama
feeling.
or the Emo Waldo, you wouldn't be able to. You would only be able to do that on Kick, not Twitch. Is there a way to? I got to figure out how to move them over there as well, because you might not appreciate this, but the Twitch followers have eclipsed and overtaken the Kick followers. The Kick followers are at like 20 something, and the Twitch followers are now at 30. So uh, it is where the people are. It's not where you are, but I saw that you made a Twitch account the other day, so I'll try to figure out how to get those emotes over there so that everybody can press the Emo Waldo button, because the Emo Waldo button is a good button. I'm just saying, very good button. If it shows up on screen. Would you stop being so random? There he is. See? Very cool guy right there.
Betcha can't. Slots. The result is at KBP 24. Sorry, keep trying. You lost 50 points.
The important part of that message, KVP, is to keep trying. You must keep trying. Don't let this stop you. Don't be deterred by all of these losses in a row. You can do it. You will do it. And I believe in you. Uh, so, anything going on today? Did uh, did anybody catch the news? Not a whole lot going on today, since I covered a whole bunch of stuff yesterday as well. So what are we going to talk about today? I got my tinfoil hat, and I'm ready to party. Okay? So, listen. The future King of England's wife is missing. Okay? She is gone. And the, the tinfoil hatters suspect that she dead, or she kidnapped, or she been Epsteined. I don't know. It's all over the road with these guys. Let me get my hat on, and then we will talk about the future King of England's wife.
She became a queen, so she ran off to the lizards.
Maybe, maybe. Okay, so immediately the temperature rises by 10 degrees in here when I put this thing on. I'm immediately sweating. It happens just that fast. So let's bring up the story. What have we got? We've got.
I am sweating too for all the different reasons.
Is that exciting, huh? Window capture, and then we click on this. Then we go here. Then we click on the window
Check out
capture.
Waldo's videos https www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos.
Thank you, Kanuch. I appreciate you. All right, so actually we'll probably start right here. No. We'll start right here. So the this is Kate Middleton. You've heard of her. She's married to the soon-to-be someday King of England. That doesn't make her the Queen. It's a whole thing that I don't understand or pretend to even comprehend. So, um, she had like a abdominal surgery. Yeah. Nearly 2 months ago, but nobody's seen her since. And like they haven't seen her, and everybody's like, "Hey, where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at?" The the Brits actually start to get nervous when they don't see their royalty every so often. That's why the Queen's picture was printed on the money and the buttons and the shirts and the statues and the TV everywhere. Because if they don't see her, it's not real. Very strange people. I don't understand them. But no one had seen this lady in a little while, and so they started getting antsy, and they put on their tinfoil hats and they said, "Hey, where you at, girl? Where you at?" And she responded with a photo that has clearly been photoshopped. Some of them were even saying that it was clearly AI photoshopped. So we have to take a look at this. The Queen of England's missing, folks. No one knows where she went. We're gonna have to find her. The AIs have taken her. She's been Epsteined, and it's because of her close associated ties with the lizard aliens from Saturn. So this is a big deal. So we have to find out where she went. Let's look at the photoshopped photo. I wonder if I can zoom in any further. Can I open image in a new tab and then scroll in? Can I do that? Is there a button to scroll in? I wonder. I don't think I can. Is there a shift control? Ah, ha, ha, ha. I did it. Look at me.
Control wheel.
Yeah, control wheel. That did it. So look at this wrist. Look at that wrist, bro. Look at that wrist. She got shirt, cut off, shirt over here, wrist all dorked up. Look at that thing. That is a Photoshop right there. Then let's see. The we got some zipper mismatch action, and we got a weird hair thing right here that it's like moving in a really weird way. Can you guys see my mouse? You can. Oh, I'm
Photoshop.
Photoshop. Yeah. She got Photoshopped. Let me click on this and then scoot this over here to look at the. See, look at that weird hair. See that weird hair? That hair is slightly strange right there. And then yeah, you get a better look at the wrist. My camera was in the way of the wrist. Look at this wrist. Look at that wrist. Bruh. Bruh. That's photoshopped right there. It's look at it comes around like this. This is the sweater. And this is like cropped out or something. This is missing. So then I think there was one other thing. The weird kid over here. That first of all, that looks like AI, doesn't it? Look at those faces. Those are some disturbed faces. I don't care that you are the future monarchs of the entire uh, United Kingdom. That's some weird face. That's some weird face. They got weird face. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that about children? They got weird face? Is that PC? Is that okay? Am I going to get
The teeth
canceled?
look great.
The teeth look great. That's just an English thing. See, I think they had to type that in on the prompt for the AI picture generator, and they started with woman and her three kids, and they described the kids, and then they had to add the word British so that the AI would know to dark up their teeth, uh, because we like that stereotype around here. It's okay. You're allowed to make fun of them. They're white. And then he's got this weird finger cross thing going on. I don't know what that reminds people of all those really bad AI generated hands. Remember when the AIs couldn't do hands? And then somebody said this hand looks weird too, but his left hand doesn't look any weirder. I don't know. And then okay, so I have to bring it back over. So the hand here doesn't have a wedding ring on it. Oh my God. Did the AI leave it out? Or is she sending a message, a secret, hidden message that she is no longer a married? Whoops.
The
Shh, don't pay no
scandal.
attention. The scandal. I know. So yeah, the the scandal isn't really there. Let's see. So that is the latest and greatest, most amazing conspiracy theory. So let's read what everybody had to say about it. Let's see what we got here. We're going to close that. We're going to go back over here. Nope, not you. Uh, so, uh, she released this photo. This officially came from them. So this actually came from them. And the photo, it was the first official photo of Kate since she had abdominal surgery nearly 2 months ago, and was reportedly intended to calm concerns and speculation about her health. But that photo had the opposite effect as it became abundantly clear that the image had been edited, prompting AFP and 5 other agencies, including PA, Getty, Reuters, and the Associated Press. Now, this is like actual journalisms. This is actual journalists. This isn't Twitter. This is Getty, Reuters, and the Associated Press. Those are actual people. Those are actual like legit news operations. No matter what the man tells you, the they're not the lamestream. Uh, they killed the image, so they would stop showing it and stop putting it on the screen. And because all the feedback they were getting is, hey, this is fake, this is fake, this is fake. You can't show AI images. And they were like, oh yeah, we don't want to put up AI images that are fake images. So they stopped putting it up. The AFP reissued the picture today with circles around several inconsistencies. The photo has inconsistencies, folks. It's right there. You can see it. I've looked at all the pixels in the photo after Kate released a statement admitting that she occasionally experiments with editing. uh, so she's experimenting with editing, apparently, according to their amazing, super cool uh, description. The news agency posted the family portrait on X today, on Twitter, on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's its full name. Highlights 4 inconsistencies in the
Editing her
image.
entire arm in there.
Yeah, yeah. Edit that entire arm. You got to make sure it's perfect. Can't have the future uh, King of England's wife looking silly. That would be ridiculous. So this is what she said. Like many amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused. I hope everyone's celebrating a very happy Mother's Day. When was it Mother's Day? Nah, it's Mother's Day in England. They do it on a different day because they're England. Uh, so that led the tinfoil hatted among us to start speculating wildly and making crazy gestures into cameras about how she's actually dead or missing or been Epsteined or captured by the Illuminati lizards. And so it's a big deal. Not a big deal. Anyway, the when I put this on, it's a big deal. It does something to your brain. It actually makes me believe these things more often. Let's see. I think there was a news story just a few minutes ago. So yeah, Kate Middleton humiliated but quite happy to accept blame in photo edit scandal. She said she did it, and she's like, you should blame her. And we're not entirely sure what that means at the moment. Uh, she said, I hope everyone's celebrating and had a very happy Mother's Day. Oh, we already read that. Despite her statement, speculation is still running wild. I love it when speculation runs wild. I get to put on my hat. Over whether the Princess of Wales was behind the photo editing, as well as a general question of her overall health and whereabouts over the past few months. So that at worst she's gone missing and she's been Epsteined, but we don't know yet. So keep your eyes open. keep your hats on and watch out for more of this. It's on the way. I will keep my eyes on this for you to help you to make you a more informed voter. I hope you appreciate it. that's that's why I'm on the conspiracy boards, you guys, so that I can find out what is there and how bad it is, so that I can give it to you and let you know how real or not real it is. It's a service that I provide, and I
Or is it because old habits die hard?
no, that's not it at all. Shut up. You shut up. That's not true. Uh, it's one of the many services that I provide for free of charge. All you have to do is watch and click the thumbs up and click the like and click the subscribe button. That way, you will always have the latest and greatest, most important conspiracy news. Is that is that what I'm doing? Is that what I should pivot the entire channel towards? Is Q bait conspiracy stuff? I don't think so.
I'll gladly identify conspiracies at no cost.
Yeah, I'll be happy to stay a while and listen to my conspiracy theories. Yeah. Oh, it feels so much cooler when you take the thing off. Like all of a sudden, all the steam pours off the top of my head, and I get to breathe again. Um, all right. So yeah, that was the conspiracy hour. Thank you. I appreciate everybody for coming. What else is in the news? Oh, hey, look, Joe Biden suddenly leads Donald Trump in multiple polls. So this is very important. There's a very important message to be taken from this, and it's don't listen to polls. They're stupid, and they're made by people who you can't trust. And I know I'm coming off. Maybe I need to put the hat back on, but um, the news organizations don't want it to be a blowout 9 months before the election. They don't. They won't sell any advertisements that way. They won't get any clicks. They won't have you tuning in every single day to find and hear the latest little bit of gossip if we already know who's going to win 9 months out. So what they do is they create a fake horse race, honestly. They'll only report the numbers that has the day's specific horse race on it. If Biden's blowing Trump out of the water every day for 6 weeks, that's not reported. No, 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 no. What you got to do is find that one weird little poll that has them neck and neck and then complain about it and be like, oh no, it might be neck and neck here in Wyoming. You know, you're like, but they'd leave out the Wyoming part. Don't listen to them. Don't trust the polls. They're bad. Okay, they're bad. So let's look at this one, but know that it is probably bad. He's beaten his rival in multiple polls as the presidential election campaign begins in earnest. A rematch between Trump and the former President Biden has been all but confirmed in the general election after Nikki Haley dropped out. Since then, a series of polls have suggested Biden will narrowly beat Trump in the November vote, but with 8 months to go and the polls so tight, see that they're not so tight. This could change, and a number of polls have also indicated that Trump will win the election. See, they're playing this game. They're like, hey, listen, man, you got to pay attention. You got to come back here every single day to find out who's in the lead on the polls. You have to find out who's in the lead on the poll. That way you'll know who's in the lead on the poll. And if we need to, and then the news organization will try and trick you and make you feel like it's close or that it's very important and that you need to come back tomorrow. That's the rub. That's the trick. That's how they get you to come back tomorrow and sell more soda commercials. It's a whole thing. Don't listen to polls. They're very dumb. So we're going to close that one. And oops. What do we got? We've got more big news. Trump can't stop trash talking E. Jean Carroll as he's watching all of it. So he already owes her, what, $100 million? And he's going to do it again. He's going to defame her again. He's already done it. And her lawyers are just getting rich off of this, maybe, assuming he ever pays. Uh, Trump can't resist digging his own grave deeper. Donald Trump may have just landed himself in hot water again over E. Jean Carroll, as the former president simply cannot accept that he lost both the lawsuits against him. Let's see. On Squawk Box, he promptly took aim at Carroll. He called her Miss Bergdorf Goodman, referring to the store and where he assaulted her, and said her story was a false allegation and that he has never met her before. Uh, Based on false accusations made about me by a woman that I knew nothing about. I didn't know her, never heard of it. I know nothing about her. Uh, he also claimed Carroll's lawyers are Democratic operatives, and that the presiding judge with whom Trump and his lawyer repeatedly clashed was a disaster. The judge was a disaster. 91 million is what he owes her at the moment. He has posted a bond for that. So what that means is a company, an insurance company, has said we will give the 91 million to the government, and in return, if Donald Trump fails on the next appeal, which he will, the the insurance company will take the money from Donald Trump to recoup our losses. That insurance company is not stupid. They're not. You can't bullshit your way out of an insurance company. Have you ever talked to an insurance company or an insurance agent or something along those lines? They're bloodthirsty, ruthless. They will kill you and take everything you own. They're dangerous. So, what's going to happen is uh, Donald Trump's going to lose appeal again. Then the insurance company is going to try to take that money from him. He's not going to have it, or he's not going to give it to them. In which case, they start seizing his assets. They start taking legal ownership of his property. Not the state. It's not the state. It's not Joe Biden. It's not Joe Brandon. And it's not Dark Brandon. It's not the government taking these things from him. It will be an insurance company. And that's really hard to blame on Joe Biden. It is. It's very hard to blame at Joe Brandon. You can't really say, hey, Joe Brandon told this private company to come and take my stuff. That doesn't make any sense. He's going to complain about the judge, sure, but the insurance company's going to take his stuff. They're just going to take his stuff until they've been repaid the 91 million. When it comes to the 500 million, we're still waiting. We still have another week or two before we find out how he's going to pay for that. He may get a bond for that one as well because he's appealing it, obviously. So the 500 million in the New York case, because there's 400 million in that one that he's going to have to get a similar bond for. And I think it's going to be exactly the same. Some very large, gigantic
Thank you for the
corporation.
follow at Big Black Migger.
Thanks for
Sup
turning
thug.
Thanks for turning a frog gay. I hope you're happy. Proud of yourself. You turned a frog gay by following me. I appreciate it. Thank you. So what's going to happen is the another large company, something similar to a insurance company, is going to give him the $400 million. Then he's going to lose in court again. They're going to try to collect it, and he's not going to have it. So they're going to start stealing, not stealing, but they're going to start collecting his assets.
Your
They're going to
side's
take his
still
stuff.
doing the lawfare thing. I think you guys might want to focus on getting votes, but even that process is rigged, lol.
Tony, what planet do you live on? Uh, I don't know where you live, but it's not Earth. Um, that's what's happening in the law. So
There's
that's
only two
the
things I hate in this world:
news.
people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and progressives. 2020 was a fraudulent election.
No, Tony, it wasn't. It was entirely non-fraudulent. Uh, Free exec. Well, you're in the right place because that's what I am, a progressive. Uh, I'm a leftist, actually. So what else we got on the news? So let's close off
Ballot harvesting, sir,
her.
look it up.
It never happened, Tony. They lied to you and you believed it because you wanted to. Trump
Okay,
employee number
sorry, the original
5.
joke ends in the Dutch, which actually makes sense.
And the Dutch. Oh, I got you. And the
Nope,
Dutch.
I did my independent research.
Oh, you did your independent research. You watched a YouTuber who you agree with, and they agreed with you. Imagine that. That's weird. So, what do we got? We got Trump's employee number 5 unknowingly
Wrong
helped
again.
move the classified documents. Let's see. The This feller, poor guy, looks like a thumb. Okay. Longtime Mar-a-Lago employee who is a central witness to the investigation into former Donald Trump's handling of classified documents is now speaking publicly because he believes that voters should hear the truth about his former boss in the case before the November election. Let's see. He told us that he doesn't believe the criminal case against Trump is a witch hunt, as the former president has claimed. Butler gave testimony to the federal investigators that informed crucial portions of last year's criminal obstruction charges against Trump and his 2 co-defendants. Walt Nautakun from Mabase City, yeah. Let's see. Butler, who was employed at Mar-a-Lago for 20 years. Let's see what he said. What did he say? Skip all this junk, CNN. Uh, let's see. Oh, I guess it is. That day, June 3rd, 22, Butler received what he remembers as a strange request from Nautakun, who wanted to know if he could borrow an Escalade from the car service Butler ran for Mar-a-Lago. Trump and his family were about to fly to New Jersey that day for the summer, and it was typically Butler and his valets who handled getting their luggage into the plane. But it was an unusual request from Nauta for the car, Butler says, because Nauta typically didn't handle moving luggage, and asked Butler for the car in a guarded way. In a guarded way, I don't know, it was kind of weird, but all right, whatever. Butler says that Nauta and De Oliveira loaded up the vehicle before driving it to the West Palm Beach Airport. West Palm Beach Airport. Butler arrived with his own car filled with Trump family luggage and then helped Nautakun load Trump's plane with the luggage, as well as bankers' boxes of documents that were in the Escalade. Butler says he didn't realize the bankers' boxes contained anything out of the ordinary. Uh, they were the boxes that were in the indictment, the white bankers' boxes. That's what I remember loading. So somebody told him, so the guy who works at Nautakun, who works for Trump, told him to bring a car. They loaded those boxes up. He's a witness. And then they put him on a plane and took them. 3 months after the FBI removed hundreds of government records from Mar-a-Lago on August 22, Butler left his job as a club valet manager in part due to a growing restlessness to move on. So Butler says he was considered for months going public about his role in the obstruction case against Trump, and he carefully followed developments in the criminal case. Butler says he decided to sit down with CNN exclusively. Who cares? I just want to know what happened. The guy says he loaded him up. He's a witness now. So he's suggesting that he did the thing that Donald Trump said didn't happen. He says he did it. Getting back to chat, let's see. Unlike many progressives, though, I think it seems like you can be in a room with people that might disagree with you. So that's the point of the whole stream. That's why I bring Thomas on occasion, so he can tell me the conservative stuff, and he brings me a little bit closer to. He grounds me sometimes. You saying that is crazy. It's true. I am crazy. Fake news articles. So you don't like it, Tony? So it's fake. CNN should be treated with the same seriousness as the Onion. You see, Tony, you've given me no reason to, believe you. Why should we treat the CNN with the same seriousness as the Onion? I don't know. They seem to be reporting facts. And that is it for the news tonight because I did news yesterday.
CNN isn't trustworthy.
They are. How come? So I'm going to start up.
CNN reports facts. I want some of what you've been smoking.
You haven't
I
proven
don't trust
anything
them.
wrong. You don't trust them. Is there a reason you don't trust them? Is it because someone who has a specific interest told you not to trust them? Because they have
They are not worthy of my personal trust.
Okay. Because just cause? You got a feeling about it? You just
It's
feel it?
because of all those facts.
Those facts don't align with their preconceived ideas. I know. It's it's complicated.
CNN reports news from a heavily biased liberal progressive left slant.
You mean reality, Tony? That's where they come from. Reality.
Reality is conservative.
Nonsense. Oh, facts have a well-known liberal bias. This is a true thing. This is just the way it's been forever.
Have you ever done any serious investigative research?
It, I would, okay. Describe to me what investigative research means. I'd love the definition of that term, investigative research.
Reality says life is unfair. You have to work for what you want, and that which swings between your legs is your gender. Into anything I am asking what your experience is as a researcher of any kind. Join the Discord to send links and suggestions. https discord gg benyatritix 8. Sounds conservative.
No, free exec. I just read the news and look at
Reality
different
has
sites.
a right-wing bias. You know that's facts. My genitals to find my sex.
I've never been an investigative journalist, no. And I've never gone on to investigate things. I watch the news, I pay attention, I listen to people think, I listen to people talk, I hear what they have to say, and then if they seem to be lying,
I am just curious because
out.
I am interested in finding someone to debunk any fact on a specific site that I have in mind.
You have a specific site in mind? What kind of site? Feel free to...
I am thinking faring a reward of some type. I'd like to invite you to the Discord. It's just a site. Wait, so you just accept everything the mainstream media says? CNN also reported that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. You consider them reputable?
Everybody reported that, Tony. Literally everybody. The President of the United States looked into a camera and told us it was true. And then, when the investigations happened, they found out that it wasn't true. And then I stopped thinking that it was true.
I can't find any fact that I can personally debunk on this site, which gpstudies.com.
Well, you're more than welcome to link it in the Discord.
Everyone, actually there were people who called BS from the get-go. Nice revisionist history.
Yes, there were people who called BS from the beginning, and that's why the investigations happened. I don't know what you're on about. Some people said, "Hey, that's not true," and then some other people started investigating that, and then I started looking at it.
Pat Buchanan was the only one saying it was BS.
Pat Buchanan is a well-known lunatic.
This site was allegedly censored by Google and mirrored by Wiki spooks during that time.
Pat Buchanan is a lunatic. And I don't feel like Pat
Buchanan is a lunatic. How?
He is a hard right-wing Christian conservative. Sounds pretty crazy to me. Space 54. Oh, I got the new girl.
Those buzzwords don't impact me the way they do. LL have to explain in a different way how he's a lunatic.
I don't know off the top of my head.
You're just name-calling Waldo. I want some hard evidence.
You're right. I am calling him...
Discord.
Bunch of stuff.
https discord gg benyatritix 8.
That is the feeling that I've gotten when listening to him speak. How's that? He makes me feel like he is a lunatic. I could open his wiki and read about him and investigate into him, but then you just yell at me about how
well, at
Wikipedia
least you
is
admit
fake.
It's based on feeling. Facts don't care about your feelings, Waldo.
I know. It's based on feelings. After hearing him speak, I watched him on TV. He would go on Chris Matthews all the fucking time and tell me absolutely insane shit. And then I was like, hey, that guy's a fucking insane person. And so I stopped listening to him. The things that he was saying into a camera, much like I'm saying it to you into a camera right now, were not things that made sense and didn't seem to jive with reality.
It's very nice to be here. What's the current topic?
Is Pat Buchanan a lunatic? Yes or no? Dr. Unstoppable. Pat Buchanan, is he a lunatic? Go.
Pat is a patriot, sir. I suggest you do your due diligence with regards to research. He was against the Iraq War and has been calling out the Israel lobby for years.
Okay.
I kind of like playing the devil's advocate.
KBP, you found your new way to troll, have you? Um, he did not seem like a credible person back then when I saw him on stupid ass fucking TV, and so I wrote him off. Do I know every single thing about him? No. Could I look him up on Wiki and find 100 things that I agree with? Sure. Could I find 100 things I disagree with? Probably also likely.
Completely different topic. Have you seen Wonka? It's absolutely wonderful.
Wonka? No.
How's Biden working out, by the way? Heard you guys have buyer's remorse lately. I haven't heard much about Pat Buchanan.
Yeah, he's an old guy, Dr. Unstoppable. Pat Buchanan hasn't been an important person in politics in 30 fucking years. So I don't know why we brought him up, but we did. That's fine. What else are we thinking about? Wonka? No, I hadn't watched it, but
where in Discord
like
do I put this link and the summary of my issue and my offer?
Feel free to toss it into just the general chat. I just waved at you, I think. Did I break my game? I think I broke my game. There we go. All right. Yeah, toss it in the general. That's fine. I'll take a look at it. Probably not right away, but I'll take a look at it. Let's see. What else were we talking about? How's
Pat
Biden
is a legend. There's a whole younger generation that discovered him.
Well, what did they discover about him, and why do they like him? Because he was right about Iraq?
Just remember, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to seriously entertain an idea without wholly accepting it.
Right. Good point. Excellent point. Are you priming me for your link? Is your link that dangerous? What am I fighting? Space ducks? I'm killing space ducks. Tiny...
Because he's America First calls out the globalists and isn't a wackadoo leftist. It actually is, according to my sources.
America First is generally a dog whistle code for isolationism, which I don't think is a good idea. Then he calls out the globalists.
The space ducks don't seem to be attacking you.
No, I'm murdering them for no good reason.
Isolationism is good.
Isolationism is not good. It's what causes war. Globalism will end war. Properly functioning global economy will prevent war. China will never go to war with us because we owe them so much money and they get so much value out of being a customer for us.
One nation,
we
one
being
world.
Them customer. One nation, one world. Go for it. I guess that's a little much, but I would move towards it, honestly. Yes. But the people who benefit from war don't want that.
Where is your proof that isolationism is good? How do you back up that?
Yeah, they're asking you a question, Tony.
We are the peoples of Earth.
Yeah.
Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos.
Is that the phaser? Okay.
I remember you lefties were anti-war, now you support globalism. Wow, that's why the left is losing.
Globalism doesn't mean war,
All the same
boss.
people are now right-wing, we're anti-war, don't promote wokeness and want a stable S.
Globalism is anti-war, my man. You've just been tricked into thinking that it isn't. Global markets, global economies prevent war. Liberal economics between countries prevents them from bombing each other because they'd lose money.
Wars over money and territory and ideals. If everyone hearing all of that, less war. Globalism isn't anti-war. One suggest you look up what globalism is. It is the neocon Israel lobby policies like G.W. Bush.
I'm talking global economies and global markets. I'm not talking ethnic supremacy of a specific group of people.
Canute sharing. Everyone herring. Found another bug in Canooch.
Yeah, it's when
G.W. Bush wasn't an ethnic supremacist, he wanted globalism and wanted to grant amnesty to illegals.
Amnesty to illegals is a great idea, and I entirely support it.
Anyway, did you see the State of the Union?
Yeah, I watched it. Oh, good old Joe Biden dotted along. He's old. Did you know that? I don't think you did. I don't think anybody's ever noticed this before or mentioned it ever, but he is old. Just in case you didn't know. And he stumbled along, and he's
Amnesty to illegals is a bad idea. Do you want your country to turn into Haiti, cause that's how you get Harry?
I don't think that's how you get Haiti, but Haiti has its own. Haiti has 1,000 fucking problems, and I don't think one of them is how is allowing people into the country one of their problems. They have 1,000 fucking problems, so that ain't one of them.
He's not just old, he's really old.
He's really old, I know. And then I put out a video this morning of me watching the weird, creepy Karen who responded to him.
They're eating each other in Haiti, literally cannibalism gangs. Why do you want refugees from places like that?
You mean the innocent people who are running away from the cannibals? Yes. I would welcome the innocent people who were running away from cannibals into the country, yes. And then I would find a place for them to live.
I hear he's actually getting older.
What an idiot. If he's so smart, why is he getting older? Yeah. What an idiot. Yeah, if the people there, I don't know the source for the
How do you know the cannibal gangs themselves wouldn't end up here?
I don't. I would try not to let them in. Can we could check ahead of time. Hey, are you a cannibal? Maybe we could just ask them. Maybe we could find out from a government if they're one of the cannibals. Also, why would they come here? The Illuminati
wouldn't give him the Fountain of Youth. He's not cool enough.
Oh yeah, he's a leftist.
Also,
so
the drug cartels operate so freely in the USA because of weak border enforcement.
No, they operate freely because we want them to. The Americans want drugs, Tony. They want them. And they are willing to pay shit tons of money to get them.
'Cause it's a capitalist cartel.
It's a capitalist cartel, you're damn right. They like the money.
We need strong borders and net zero immigration. Sorry, I don't want to live in the third world. I once rented a room to 2 refugees from Iran.
There you go, see? Did they eat you? Did they devour your flesh, Dr. Unstoppable? Did they remove your First Amendment rights or your Third Amendment rights or your Fifth Amendment rights? Did they do any of those things? Did they turn the entire country into a third world shithole?
Immigrants make the best Americans.
I know, I agree. They built the country, and they continued to build the country, and they built the railroads, and they built the White House, and then...
Lol. Well, you're talking about Iran, different country. Dunno why you're grouping all refugees into one group.
Right, and I'm pointing out that the refugees that came from Haiti would be exactly as nice as the ones from Iran. Tony, Dr. Unstoppable, did they murder you?
But Europe does have a rape gang problem with refugees from Syria.
Those reports, I think they're exaggerated. But again, it's a difficult thing to look up because news is hard to get. I agree, especially in that situation. You type that into Google and you will get 100,000 hits of false information.
You think they are exaggerated interesting? Do you know for sure?
No, I don't know for sure. I'm telling you, man, that I can't be sure about those things because half of the people who are telling you the news have your ideology, Tony, and they don't want certain things to happen. And if they exaggerate well enough, you and some other people will believe them. And then they will get the world that they want.
Okay, thank you for being an honest liberal because most of your side usually lie.
Well, I try not to lie. I let you know if I'm making shit up or just feeling things, because all politics is feelings. That's the important thing to recognize. They're telling you this, Tony. Follow me here. Follow me for a moment.
I've worked with many homeless folks. I try to help people. My homeless friends aren't nearly as motivated as my friends from Iran.
That's an interesting direction. Tony, listen, if you're willing to say that the left is lying to you for a political motive, why wouldn't somebody be lying to you about the rape gangs for a political motive? They would. I'm not suggesting that they are. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. But it's a very difficult thing to search for. Which is why you almost, and here's the other reason, that you kind of have to go with a big mainstream thing like CNN, is because if it's nonsense, they'll look into it, check on it, and
You're
then
right, both ends of the spectrum have liars, grifters, and peddlers of woo.
Right. That's why you almost have to go to a center-of-the-road thing like CNN, because if it's nonsense and it's made up, they're not going to report on it. They're going to be a little slower.
CNN is a bad source.
Well, they're going to be a little slower, but they're not going to put out fake stories.
They lean heavily pro-Democrat Party.
They don't.
Everybody uses misdirection to get what they want. Animals do almost as if lying has been part of our evolution. It's crazy to me that some people don't know that the game is probably rigged.
It's definitely rigged on both sides, and I think, and I know this is my bias, but I think the left side is more worthy of rigging it towards. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say that leftism is a good idea.
It's a cool story. He's a Sunni and he's a Shiite. They're in love. That's not legal in Iran, so they came to the U.S.
That's interesting. And I think that's anti-war right there, baby. That is so anti-war. Because, okay, pop quiz, hot shots. What's the opposite of war? I'll wait. Give me some guesses. What's the opposite of war?
Free Taco Bell.
Free Taco Bell. Good choice. Good answer. I mean, I like that answer.
Everybody could agree, single thing ID give big government leftism a chance for sure, but that ain't happening, cappin'.
I know. But the opposite of war is fucking. P in the V, P in the A in the
I think you are asking us to say peace, but it's probably free market.
Nope. It's screwing. It's baby making. It's putting your junk on somebody else's junk and rubbing it around. That is the opposite of war. Because when you go to war, follow me here. You go to war.
It's breeding, massive breeding, everybody freaking with everyone.
Everybody doing everybody. That's the opposite of war, because it makes more people. When you go to war, you get your gun and you unload, and then there are fewer people. When you go into the bedroom, you unload and there are more people.
Apparently rubbing your junk on other people's junk is a weapon of war, though. You still get your gun and you unload, but you know different load.
Right, exactly, KVP. Yeah.
I just don't see a path forward for the left. Biden coin is at an all-time low. Invest in Ethereum and Bitcoin. Every war in history has raping.
I know it does. And that's also a weapon of the war, I know. But the what's the consensual side?
And every afterward is a baby boom.
Afterward there's a baby boom, that's right. And just like the people Dr. Unstoppable was talking about, where there's a Sunni and a Shiite and they're not allowed, that's building a bridge right there. There's a Sunni and a Shiite. The Dr. Unstoppable helped out, and they're going to make the world a more peaceful place.
Do you think that aspects of the left are poisonous? V?
Well, sure.
Absolutely. All is mind. Intent is everything.
There are problems with the left, don't get me wrong. Their tendency to be woke scolds, for example. Their over-exaggeration of microaggressions is not a good, helpful thing. That's not making us better. It's not doing anything to help anybody. Which is why I try not to do it. You can be a leftist without those things. But not if you're on Twitter. Twitter's a bad place. You shouldn't go there.
Oh, it's worse than that. It's making everybody hate you.
Right, and that's bad too.
It took Hamid and Yasar like a month to get driver's licenses, bank accounts, and even crummy jobs.
Right, and I'm telling you, those two people that you're describing, Dr. Unstoppable, are making world peace, one little bit at a time. Now, follow me. Idea for the current issue that's going on with the Palestinians and the Israelis. What if, follow me here, listen, wild idea. Willing Israeli men married Palestinian women, and willing Palestinian men married willing Israeli women. Guess what? After a generation or two, they wouldn't hate each other. They'd all be the same. But they won't. And why won't they?
Meme solution.
Not meme solution, Tony. Why won't they do that? Because of isolationism. Or isolationist tendencies. Maybe not isolationism as an economic theory, but isolationist tendencies.
Dude, lol, I know you're joking, but you don't get the conflict if you're not joking.
They hate each other for no good reason. It's nonsense. There's no reality there. It's brown-skinned dudes throwing rocks at brown-skinned dudes in tanks. It's nonsense.
Many in Israel want it to be an explicitly Jewish state. A secular state has obstacles.
Right. So that's the other reason they want it to be a secular, a Jewish state, and that is religion. Which, hey, guess what? I don't like religion either. They should both give up both of their religions. All the Muslims should stop being Muslim. All the Jewish people should stop being Jewish. All the Catholics should stop being Catholics. You can choose to stop doing those things, because I'm a hard atheist. Emo Waldo's in chat for hard atheism. Yeah. You can choose to stop doing
Isolation is bad. It's bad for individuals and for groups. Forgiveness is key.
I agree. And you won't get that forgiveness if you're holding on to every single grudge that's ever gone wrong. Every single person that's been harmed by the other side. You have to, at some point, either wipe out your enemies or forgive the ones who are left. And we need to do that forgiveness part. Non-religiously, anyway.
So the good thing about religion is that it's not just some random belief in God. It's important philosophy that teaches us about things like forgiveness.
You can have
Big
those
brain,
things.
Give everyone ketamine.
I'm on board with that too.
We need to take the good things from it.
Mr. Ducky, yep. Thank you. That good call. Everybody, ketamine in the water. Take the fluoride out, put the ketamine in. Right, for exactly. We need to take the good parts, the good philosophy, the important bits from religion, and then abandon all that nonsense magical belief stuff. The first thing a religion does.
But you can have the good things without the religion, right? Or is it strictly a religious belief? Yeah, we need a more organized way for people to regularly practice the remembering of philosophy every Sunday.
It doesn't have to be every Sunday. It can be whenever you want.
I am an affirmative atheist as well. I am as certain there is no God as I am certain of physical reality, like how I am certain I am sitting in a chair right now.
Yeah, I would agree. That
you
is.
You can meet me at the bar. We can talk philosophy every Sunday.
Indeed, and then you can have a drink.
Just regularly then.
And yeah, regularly meet up. It's important to have something that you do on a regular basis that can help you blow off steam and meet new people and talk to people and bounce your ideas off of them and all kinds of fun stuff. You know, that's all very good and important, valuable stuff that religion tends to pretend to own. They pretend to own it.
As atheists, do you know there is no God or just lack belief in one?
It's two different questions.
Kind of like a political stream where we talk about philosophy and our beliefs in it, open and caring space.
Exactly.
It's also important to have people who are wiser than you in the ways of our philosophy that we all agree on, who you can ask about stuff. Join the Discord to send links and suggestions. https Discord GG Benyay Tridix 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. For exec, having someone who kind of knows a thing about a thing that you don't know. I don't know much about the economy or what conservative type people are thinking. So I have Thomas on. He tells me about the economy. I'm not entirely sure it exists yet. I don't think it's a real thing. And then he tells me what the conservatives are thinking and feeling, and that's more valuable to me than Fox News doing it, because I think that they have an agenda. More likely than he has an agenda. I know he has agendas and he has preferences, but he doesn't have an agenda, if that makes sense. And Tony, I don't think you have an agenda. I think you have preferences, which is cool. Multiple number projectiles, 5. Okay.
The idea of God or an afterlife would be great, and it would be awesome to die and find out I am wrong about those things. It just seems like wishful thinking to me.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Wow, look at all those phasers. Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I'd be a little grumpy if it was 100% exactly the Christian religion that I was taught. I'd be like, hey, the hell? What's with this book that doesn't make any sense?
He'll tell you one thing. I don't trust psychologists. Pure undivine Theravada Buddhist is pretty great in my opinion. If God is forgiving, it would not care about your lack of belief.
Well, not according to the book. If you read the book, that's what the one thing that you have to do. But I suspect that book was written by men anyway, so.
Even the Buddha thought women were evil, so I don't see a fair and equal loving environment there either.
Yeah, every group has their issues.
The basic Buddhist philosophy is all about controlling your mind and your desires and being mindful and not having expectations and training your mind.
Yeah, I
do, however, believe in the infinite redeemability of humans. I believe anyone can be good if they want to be. I don't have a lot of hard evidence for this, but I believe it to my core.
I'm on board with that. Anybody can be good and get better. I think most people don't realize that. You can get better. And I'm okay with that.
I hope they can get better.
Wait, I can walk out in space? I'm not walking out in the middle of space. There's no ground here. This is weird. Fake space. Come on. What evolves
At
the
Dr.
S's?
Unstoppable, I agree.
I got all 3 of the S's. Okay. Doesn't matter which one I get now. What do I need? I need nothing.
So do you know there is no God?
Do I know? No. Do I believe? Also no. It's 2 different questions.
I have this unending thing inside of me that is always optimistic. Even when I am extremely depressed, I can always turn that around.
That's fantastic. That makes you an optimist. I love that. At Mr. Ducky P. No, I don't know that. But that makes me an agnostic, because I don't know. No knowledge meaning Gnosticism. So I don't know that there isn't one. Do I believe there's one? No. That makes me an atheist. You can be both at the same time.
Very rational.
How dare you? Yes, I try to be rational. Reasonability. I like it. I think it's interesting. And the internet doesn't have a whole lot of it. I was railing yesterday about YouTube and their algorithm and their performative hate is the way to get numbers. But, I mean, I got pretty good numbers on my last short. Not the one from today, but the last one that got like 5,000 views, and I was being critical of Republicans. Some people deserve you to be critical towards them, though. Like the certain Republicans who are pushing bad ideas.
I am certain there is no God. I know this. It has to with the whole physical reality thing.
Okay, and that is fine by me because it doesn't put us in different situations, honestly. It doesn't change any of the choices that you're going to make or I'm going to make. That is entirely okay with me. So yeah, learn about a thing. Pay attention to different sources. I know Tony was asking about how I get the news, so I just cruise around to a bunch of different websites and see if everybody tends to agree. You get to learn which ones are right wing, which ones are left.
Okay, I looked it up. CNN is ranked as left biased by every media monitoring agency. Congrats on your certainly, doctor.
Yes, Tony, they are left, but so is rational human reality. All the rational reality leans a little bit to the left. I didn't come up with that funny silly quote that
with YouTube I try not to rely on the feed. I try to use the search bar as much as I can.
Yeah, so I didn't come up with that silly little saying, Tony. The reality has a well-known liberal bias. That is a quote from a long time. I don't remember who wrote it, but it's kind of a joke that if you're talking about real things, it's going to be liberal-leaning. I mean, and there's a reason for that too. Because I would suggest that I mean, I've said it plenty of times, even today, that all politics is based on feelings. But the conservative feelings tend to be inward-facing feelings, how they feel about the things that are happening to them. And the left's feelings tend to be
about...
There
is no logical basis for this phrase as far as I can see. I think it's a thought-terminating absurdity.
You may be right, and I'm willing to debate that with you.
Isn't it dangerous to assume that reality is naturally inclined to fit your beliefs? No one is infallible.
The reasoning is because they tend to, the liberal arguments tend to take other people's feelings into effect first, while the conservative ones take their own feelings into effect first. What is a woke scold if not, if I screamed at you for using a unacceptable word, if I were mad at you for using the wrong word, I would not be mad at you for my feelings because I'm not that word. What's a good example? There was a very shitty YouTuber who got in trouble for using the word lunatic, I think. Or was it loony?
Science literally does not even know what reality even is, therefore the phrase is illogical.
I agree with you. It is illogical.
That's your personal bias speaking, sir.
That's my personal bias. Well, yes, fine. I accept that. What was I talking about? A YouTuber who got in trouble for using the word lunatic. All the people on the left yelled at him for using the word lunatic.
It's all feelings,
That's
man.
stupid. It's all feelings. Exactly. So he got in trouble for using the word lunatic. His entire audience yelled at him, and he had to put out a whole, apology video. And he had to talk about the lessons that he learned and how he'd never use the word lunatic again. That's the left. Being mad about somebody else's feelings.
It's a great thing for you as a progressive to not get upset when there is a disagreement. Anger restricts blood flow to your brain and you will not be thinking as well. When was that quote written? Cause if it's prior to 2010 then that's the old school liberal left. I don't think you'll be progressive forever at this rate. That quote you cited is prior to 2010. Majin, the liberal left were slightly more sane back then. They didn't think a guy can become a woman cause feelings back then. Check out Waldo's videos https://www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos. My man should have used loony instead.
I think he did both or something. It was one or the other. Mr. Ducky. I don't remember if it was loony or lunatic, but he got in trouble and his entire audience was mad at him, and then he became an important thing on Twitter and everybody yelled at him, and that is the left getting mad about somebody else's feelings. Performative outrage is a kind of thing. They're mad at you because you harmed somebody else's feelings. That is the left gone too far. That is the woke schools. The woke schools doing a bad job. That isn't something that I would want to do. And it once you get off Twitter, that doesn't really happen. It doesn't happen in real life. It doesn't happen on Twitch streams. It doesn't happen on YouTube streams. It's just not a thing that happens all that much outside of Twitter. So just don't go there. I haven't used my Twitter in a while. Now, the only reason I was doing it is to find news, because it's fucking hard to find news, honestly, for the site, for the streams. You gotta fight ad blockers and shit like that. What was I talking about? I've lost track. Okay, so Tony, the quote you cited was prior to 2010. The liberal left was slightly more sane back then.
The Chinese version of leftism is coming for all of us.
Tony, leftism is just tomorrow's politics today. 10 years ago.
Woke scolding happens sometimes on my social media platform. Have you heard of Tumblr?
I've never been on Tumblr. I don't know what it does or what it is. But I'm old.
I love Tumblr.
But I'm old. I don't do a whole lot of social media. I read the news, I watch the news, I see what's going on, and then I think it's interesting to argue about.
I honestly have no doubt in my mind about this. All of the Western superpower has just handed every manufacturing and high technology to China, and it's on purpose. 4chan is nice too.
Yeah, it's the hacker known as 4chan. Yeah. You should go there. No one should go there. No one should ever go there.
I find the greatest resources on 4chan.
You know what? I will go there listen, I don't go there often, but when one of those news stories breaks and you're like, okay, I need to see unedited video of this thing that just happened today, you can find it on 4chan.
The left has gone wookers.
They have gone a little bit too far, Tony.
We need a working class tax cut, no more wars, close the borders, and not allow kids to be trans. Do you ever go on Reddit?
Reddit, yeah, I can.
Everything I find on 4chan is a 404.
I poke around on Reddit every now and then.
Leftism is tomorrow's politics today. Doesn't that imply history moved in one direction?
History will always kind of move. Well, the leftism is forward facing. It's putting your car in D and going forward. Conservatism is putting your car in R and going backward. You need both. If the left goes too far, as Tony is suggesting that the left has gone too far. He's literally just said the left has gone wookers, and that's what he's saying. He says that we put it in D and drove off a cliff, and we need to put it in R and go backwards. That is his message. I disagree. But because I want us to go even further forward. I have a feeling that tomorrow, when I wake up, it won't be 1974. Just a guess that I have. It's probably going to be the future tomorrow.
Are you a vote blue no matter who kind of guy?
This time and last time, yes. Honestly. Trump is so much worse.
I want it to be 1954.
You want it to be 1954, Tony. Thank you. And if we could pass some plans and some laws that would make us back into 1954, you would support it. That makes you a conservative. That's fine. As long as we know. Vote blue no matter who. At this moment, yes. I have to. I'm not happy about Joe Biden, but guess what?
I just want my milkshakes and racism, dang it.
I'm not happy about
Well,
voting
for
for
right
Joe
now, I
Biden, but I
thank
will.
you for not being anything like Hassan Abbey or Rob Noor or even Destiny. Unfortunately for you, crazy and dumb sells a lot better.
uh, yeah, you're right, and that is kind of why I was yelling about the YouTube algorithm yesterday. Um, Hassan is, I think he just wants to be a fashion model. I don't think he really likes being the politics guy. I'll take it over from him if he wants me to. Um, Rob Noor, is that the coast to coast guy? Um, no, that's Bob. No, who's Rob Noor? I don't know who that is. Uh, sorry, I'm not a cool guy. Um,
Fashion model Hassan dresses like a college kid's laundry basket from 2004.
Tony,
He's on Twitch.
that's that's fashion, bro. Uh, he wants to be a fashion model, and he's very good at it. He's very handsome. Uh, you don't have to appreciate it, Tony, but they know what fashion is, and they got it. He's got it down. Anyway, Rob Noor is on Twitch. Okay, I don't know who it is. Maybe I'll look him up later.
Destiny and Melina literally got married to get her a green card, then she left him.
Oh, ouch. But that's drama. I don't want to be a drama streamer. I do know who Destiny is. I watched him a couple of times, and I said, I could do that. Uh, and so I might be riffing his entire, what's the word, style, I suppose. Play video games, argue with chat about politics. But I'm okay with that.
There's a lot of human trafficking in the fashion industry, especially from Eastern Europe.
That wouldn't surprise me. What is happening on the screen right now? Sorry. Oh, I'm killing the Reaper. There he is. Die, Reaper. We're in space. Dead in space. Dead space. It's a good name for a video game. Somebody should make that. Ooh, achieves. I love that sound. 20 minutes in space. And evolve the phaser. Okay. Let's buy the new guy, Space Dude.
Do you think the more sane leftists will join over to the right, or will they be mentally captured in your view?
Tony, as time moves forward, uh, the things that I think are sane become
Cucked
old.
by your own country at Mr. Duckup.
So the people of, let me give you an example, Tony. My great grandma hated Elvis Presley because his gyrating hips were degenerate. Okay. They had, in our country, in America, we literally had congressional meetings about Elvis's gyrating hips. That sounds insane to you, and well, I don't know how old you are, but to me, that sounds insane because Elvis is some silly old guy who I don't give a shit about. Well, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. He's old. That's kind of what happens. Is
I am 74 years young, sir.
there you go, Tony. So, um, I am what,
And they called
41?
millennials snowflakes.
Right. They called millennial snowflakes while they had congressional meetings about Elvis's hips. So the young people hate the old people. Don't like the new exciting thing. What's that joke from Abe Simpson on The Simpsons? He's like, I used to be with it.
Millennials are snowflakes, they can't even start a lawnmower.
Uh, do they need to? If they need to, they'll figure it out. Or they'll get one that has a push button, and Elon will make one that's solar powered and starts with an app and breaks a lot. Um, but that's the thing is that the society moves forward. The things that
They'll
were
get a border
cool,
crosser.
the things that were cool for me when I was 19 aren't cool anymore, and they're old. All of my favorite songs from when I was 19 are on the classic channel now, or on the classic station, and I get grumpy and old and tired, and then I say, uh, I complain about these damn kids and their music. It's terrible. They don't even know what music is. And then those kids.
I think the idea with Vampire Survivors is to put so many sprites on the screen as you can until even a good gaming rig will lag.
Oh yeah, mine will lag on certain
When I am old, I want to
situations.
say these damn kids don't even write their own code anymore.
Right, exactly. KVP's got it. These damn kids don't even write their own code. They just got an AI to write all their emails for them.
As a Gen Z General Alpha is screwed, have you heard of Skibbity Toilet?
I have seen a little bit of it. It's no different than the dumb shit the millennials were watching. Boss, I watched, what was the name of that bad shit on Adult Swim? Like, Boss, have you seen some of the things that were on Adult Swim in the late 90s? It's exactly the same as Skibbity Toilet. It is no different. See, don't become an old man yet, Mr.
Is General Z still rotting?
Is Gen Z still rotting? I don't know. I'm not a part of them, so I am not entirely sure. I am the oldest of the millennials.
Gen X, Millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Alpha make me ashamed of America. Every generation before that was better. Been rotted, but we're hip.
And your grandpa, Tony, said the same thing about you. Everybody says it about the generations behind them. Everybody always will. Oh my goodness, what is that sound? I don't know what that sound was. I got raided by somebody who got... Real Mighty Joe is raiding me with a party of 6. Hello, everybody. Come on in.
In 15 years, a DJ in some club will drop Baby Shark and the place will just go off the hook.
That's true.
Hello.
My name is Waldo.
Discord to send links and suggestions.
That's our Discord.
HTTPS Discord GG Beignet Tritix 8.
And what you're hearing is the lovely voice of
G-Day everyone.
Canooch. This is the Lady Canooch, and she will feel the politics with us. So if you
Sir,
have a
I was a HVAC repairman for 35 years before I retired. I watched the decline of American products and consumer attitudes in real time.
If you've got hot political takes, pop them into chat, and Lady Canooch will read them to me. Canooch. There she is. So Tony, yeah, you're a repairman for 35.
Ray. Is the boomer really saying every other generation is bad? My man, don't get me started.
I know he is. Hey, Real Mighty Joe, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're doing political hot topics. So if you got a hot political take, hit us with it, and we'll feel it together. And right now, Tony is telling us how the kids ain't right. You watch the decline of American products and consumers' attitudes in real time. Faith takes Sufar. Hello, how you doing?
Facts.
Welcome in. Yeah, the kids ain't right.
Gen X is the beast and the AI just told ya.
Beast or best? And to keep the Zoomers entertained, I have to talk politics while playing this very flashy game. So just letting you know, we got to keep the Gen Z entertained by doing 7 things at once.
Kids ain't right at all. They think that flipping burgers is a career option. Here's my hot political take. The poor kids are just as smart as white kids.
You just turned a frog gay. Thanks for turning a frog gay. Everybody who follows me turns a frog gay.
Best but also beast.
Best but also beast? Yeah, it's both. You just turned a frog gay. Are you happy? Are you proud of yourself for what you've done? I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm proud of you for turning a frog gay. I don't like those weapons. I do like this one.
Yes, sir. Right-handed folks need to get out of my bar. We keep bumping elbows. Alex
feel
Jones
that,
is a reasonable guy.
boss.
I first was a fan of his during the early Austin, Texas days. Alex Jones knows.
I used to be a fan of his as well, and that's why I think that I'm okay to talk about this.
Keep talking like that. You could be president one day. Slots.
Watch out for the globalists, folks. They're coming for you.
KBP 24. Sorry, keep trying. You lost 50 points.
And if you're in Kick Chat, you can play the slot machine because Kick is all about slot machines, right? So yeah, I was a big fan. Tony, I was a big fan of Alex Jones as well back in the day. That's why I know all these stupid things.
The boomers had it best. They owned all the property and stocks. Then the government inflated the assets. I will be renting forever. The AI went crazy then.
Why did Joe Biden invent inflation? I can't imagine why he would do such a thing. We had a perfectly reasonable country.
As of now, my wife wouldn't even vote for me. If you're an original AJ viewer, then you know where I am coming from. He sold out a little bit.
He did, and he had to be more extreme, and that's the problem. Is he can't just look at you and do the same thing every day. He needed to get more people. He needed to increase. He needed to up the ante.
He didn't invent it. He banked off it.
He banked off it. How does Joe Biden benefit from high inflation? It just makes people not want to vote for him.
The frog said he was just confused by that deep croak, but they keep making the mistake over and over. I am starting to wonder. Damn, maybe you could rig it at free 3 Zek. God invented happiness and then Biden invented inflation.
This guy gets it. That's what happened.
10 for the big guy. Well, my criticism was he became more indebted to the GOP. I wouldn't use your terminology per se. The AI is going to make micro changes in the local economy so I can buy a house and then completely erase all the evidence.
I have heard
Joe
that.
Biden proposed a $7 trillion budget. This is insane with current inflation. Why JB real me 40 angry JB?
The AI is going to make micro changes in the local economy. I am actually kind of worried about that. I've seen a couple of conspiracy theorists, folks. The folks with the tinfoil hats.
I have a feeling prices are going up again soon. It's only 70. You'll be fine.
And then we're going to go down here.
Look at those jobs.
Folks, listen, I've got the news from the head.
Amazing mutton chops.
Yeah.
Nice
oh,
hat.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm bringing them back. Yeah.
If you tax the rich and the corporations more, they're going to raise prices, right? Why are we spending $1 trillion on the military? It's not the people with the tinfoil hats you need to watch out for. They wear a decent style of hat.
A different style of hat? Oh, okay. The Illuminati's coming for you. They're gonna put the AI in place, and the AI is gonna move the stocks up and down every day to benefit themselves. They're gonna put 1 cent in, and they're gonna go up by 2 cents, and then they're gonna sell it all. And they're gonna bring it back down by 3 cents, and you're gonna lose. Then they're gonna change the housing prices. Yeah, so it's a thing. I don't. Yeah, and I was a original AJ follower back in the day.
Lizard Hillary.
Lizard
That's
Hillary.
already happening.
Folks, Hillary is a pot-bellied atheist monster that was trained by the Lizard Illuminati aliens in magic. Secret Illuminati handshake, it goes something like this, and then you turn, and then you do that. And then you can't explain that. You got nothing. You got no way to explain this. Boss, this is anti-physics right here.
Do you know what housing prices have gone up 30 in a year?
What
I got your
why?
nose.
I got
WTF.
your nose. You can't explain that. Why housing prices have gone up in 30 years? Because the entire American economy is based on buying and selling each other's houses. I don't know why, but it is. The entire American economy.
But the Illuminati uses aluminum to control your brain.
Well, this is tin foil, see? Hang on, we got to keep the Zoomers happy. Sorry, here we go. Yeah, Tony, it's not the people with the tinfoil. Which hats do we need to worry about? That is an important question. What is the most dangerous hat? You see a person wearing a certain hat.
Why do you think the tip of the Washington Monument is made of aluminum?
And you just nope
More
out.
colors. The banks use the houses as collateral and they sell those loans to other banks, and lots of money is tied up in houses.
The entire American
Join the
economy
Discord to send links and suggestions. HTTPS Discord GG Benyay Tridix 8
is based on buying and selling each other's houses. For exact, yeah, I think you're right.
Yes, a different one typo.
So, most dangerous hat. What do we think? You're walking down the street, you see somebody wearing
It may be
a
a
hat,
day that you get to hide away in your Fair Day helmet.
What hat makes you nope out and walk the other direction?
Yeah, that's why the Illuminati installs NIMBYs everywhere to stop people from building new houses. This is death magic streaming. Did you see that guy just turn his fingers inside out? Translucent green visor. The value of assets is rising faster than wages. Maybe a hat with a gun in it.
A hat with a gun in it. You'd have to nope out with a gun. Gun hat. Is that a thing? I've never seen a gun hat. Green, translucent visor, KBP. I like where your head's at. There's some sort of, accountant? IRS agent? Do they look at spreadsheets and old-fashioned number numbers all day on paper, and so you have to run away from
I
him.
don't know, but he's in the money somewhere.
He's in the money somewhere. This guy knows too much about dollar bills, and you need to avoid him. He's gonna scam you somehow.
Your tin hat may be worth more than $1. Soon hold on to it. Tinfoil hats in the merch would be funny as fuck.
Maybe someday, but I would have to like brand them and put a big W on it. Waldo brand tinfoil hats, 17% more effective than other tinfoil hats. Now keeping, what would it keep out? It would keep out the 6G waves, keeping out the 6G waves, because 5G. My hat keeps out 5G now, but if you're going to buy a hat from me, I'm going to make sure that it keeps out the 6G as well. That is my solemn promise to you.
Guaranteed TM. Isn't 6G like Starlink system?
Maybe. Well, G just means generations. So, like, it's the 5th generation of wireless.
I am
they just
on
get
it.
better at it. You're on 6G. Gary Richmond, hi. How you doing? Come on in. Hit us with a political hot take.
Tin is worth $12.13 per pound right now. It's just sad.
Worth 12.13. This thing, let's see, per pound. How much does my hat weigh? I'd say it weighs almost nothing. A lot
Good
less
night
than a
at
pound,
everyone,
boss. Good night. Faith takes
People
too
were
far.
destroying
Thanks for coming
4G
in.
towers because they thought they were 5G towers and that they were causing coronavirus. Bugger all.
That's right. Dangerous.
Good night at
times.
Faith takes too far.
Faith takes you far. Oh, I got you. Okay. They turned the friggin' frogs gay. Thanks for following. You just turned a frog gay. Are you happy about that? I am.
Night.
I'm proud of you. Good job. You heading out, KBP? Thanks for coming.
I want to ask general life advice. I am not feeling well mentally at all.
Well, I am not a therapist. I
might stick around. This is starting to get pretty live. Remember to breathe, my guy.
I am a silly person who talks silly things that he feels at the camera. Poorly, I might add. I'm not even any good at it. But tell us how you're feeling, Gary Richmond.
I am pretty bad at feelings. But are you happy with your life?
I think this is
I am a facetious narcissist with trolling tendencies.
KBP is a super troll. You guys be careful. KBC practices the ABCs. A, always. B, the BE. C, trolling. Always be trolling.
Crikey.
ABC. ABC, always be trolling.
Tell us your royal conspiracies.
Oh yeah, you missed it. Sorry. It was about what's her name? Kate Winslet, or not Kate Winslet? What was that lady's name? Good lord, it was only 2 hours ago, and I've already forgotten her name. Kate Middleton. That's what it was. Kate Middleton has ceased to exist. Apparently. Did you see that part? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
Catherine.
Yeah, Catherine. That's her. She had surgery a couple of months ago, and no one's seen her since.
I just heard about that.
And apparently,
she's been photoshopped out of existence.
They photoshopped.
Nah, she got a photo up.
Yeah, but they're saying it was AI, and she's not really there, and it's a fake, and so nobody's seen her. And so nobody saw her for 2 months, and then people started being weird about it, and being like, "Hey, is this lady okay? We haven't seen her in 2 months." And so they released a photo yesterday that is very photoshopped.
She's a good Tassie lass, and she's fine.
I think she's fine. Most conspiracy
Maybe
theories
she's
are
in the
nonsense.
eye and they shut her down. What if she just got bad work done on her face?
That's entirely possible as well. They said it was
like. How I know?
How do you know? They said it was abdominal surgery or something like that, but it might be a nose job or something like that. But it seems unlikely. We've already got thousands of pictures of her, and if she came back with a new nose,
and
we'd
you can
notice.
Check this.
Okay, we're gonna check it. What do we got? PT Salty. What do we got?
saw it. The ankles were weird too on her shoes.
Yeah, the ankles were weird on her shoes. Her daughter's wrist is like crooked or something like that, and it's been photoshopped. Um, so and the kid's hand is crossed, like AI.
I feel really broke
Fingers.
inside to realize that world runs by money only, nothing else. She's
Well,
like I said, subtle. I has a hard time with hands.
I has a hard time with hands. Yeah, it does. And that's why they're calling it a conspiracy and saying that it's a fake AI doctored photo.
Her Mother's Day photo, she didn't have a wedding band, they did it on purpose. Billy took the pic. Yeah, all the heads were weird too.
Yeah, the faces were weird.
Cash rules everything around me at Gary Richmond.
Yeah, Gary, it does suck. But the best you can do is get a decent job.
I've been around the world and can't find
chill.
my baby.
When you put the same thing into chat for exec, the text-to-speech robot doesn't read it because it thinks it's spam, so it skips it. So you put AI. I'll read it for you. I've been around the world.
Their faces were weird. Come on.
I can't find my baby. Their faces were weird. Their faces were. Maybe they were just British. That came to me after I looked at it. I was like, man, that's a weird face. And I was like, wait, it's a British kid. Maybe they're just weird looking. Their teeth were all jacked up, but that's just all British kids, right?
You wouldn't ban Kathy. How to get decent job.
I know,
Check out
Gary,
Waldo's
it sucks.
videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
Do your best. Try to steal some time from the man. And spend time on cheap video games.
She's a great-looking Tasmanian.
I don't know what you're on about, PT Salty, but I like it. One sec.
Kathy is from Tassie. Bebop aloo ba, she is my baby. Bebop aloo ba, she is my I baby love. You're from America, right? Over here down under.
I am from America. I am in America. It is a place that I call home.
Which state?
I'm in Washington.
Sweet Home,
right
Alabama.
Sweet Home, Alabama, right.
Ooh, I can sing lol. I am from India.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what the job market is there or what the culture's like or anything like that, but...
Do you have really tall trees everywhere?
Do we have really tall trees everywhere? No, we just have regular trees. I mean, I used to live among the redwoods.
Washington, everyone from the USA on Twitch is from Washington.
Because it's the new cool
Don't
place.
you guys have those tall-ass redwoods?
That's a Northern California thing. I used to live in Humboldt, where the giant redwoods were. That's mostly a Northern California thing. I think there's some in mid-Washington, but not over where I'm at. So yeah, I used to live near some in Northern California. That was a long time ago.
The new cool place. Oh, how was the weed?
It's a thing. It's nice.
Speaking of trees.
It's not my thing. I don't
Who
really like it
built
that
long
much.
triangle building in Washington? I forgot its name.
The Washington Monument?
Bigger apparently.
I don't know who built it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Get your woman on the floor. Got to get up, get down.
Everybody walk the dinosaur. It's true.
LMAO.
Maybe she's in the eye.
LMAO.
Alright. I thought I heard the puppy dog, but he's not coming up here. I know KBP wants to see him. I'm trying to get him up here.
Got to OD chatting my guy.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I'll hit you back if you're
Bobo break,
on.
please.
Yeah, a Bobo break? Okay, I will go get the Bobo, since KBP asked so nicely.
I wanted to know the Supreme Court, it's more powerful than Senate, right? See you at Real Mighty Joe.
Alright, I'm on my way back. And I have...
Waldo rubbing his junk up against the redwoods now. Every time he pretends to piss, you know what he's really doing.
I did.
Thanks for stopping by.
It's true. So this is Bobo. Whoa, Bobo, chill, bro. Chill out. Why are you going nuts? He was
Waldo,
down there
do you
running
know
around.
Spanish?
Absolutely not. This is Bobo, the baby bark boy. He barks in the background. If you hear somebody barking, it's Bobo, the baby bark boy. He looks like an Ewok, and he sounds like one too. Look at the size of those ears. So huge. All right, KVP, here's your Bobo break. But he is rowdy tonight. He is gone. Gone. Very rowdy tonight.
WOOF.
There's another dog
you,
down
Bobo.
there, but he isn't as friendly. There's a little Chihuahua down there too, but he doesn't come up here, and he doesn't like me all that much. He doesn't like dudes. It's very strange. What did I miss? Oh yeah, no, I do not know any Spanish at all. I can't play with you right now, Bubba. I'm streaming. He wants me to throw the toys. Let's see if we can get him on camera. Can we get him on camera? Are we here like this? Can you jump? Trying to get the dogs, but they don't come when you call. They're not very good dogs.
Lol, too cute.
All right. Where do we leave off? Oh yeah, we're a spaceman killing space brains.
I live in a sanctuary town, not a city, and we have lots of Latinos here, so I started relearning it recently. It's fun.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah,
I learned last week that it's okay to copulate with first cousins in Washington. Just thought you should know.
I will keep that information just in case I need it. I don't think I'll need it, but I'll keep it in mind. Pretty exact. That's cool. I've always kind of thought that I should know it, since so many people speak it. But every time I tried or thought about it, I'd be like, meh, let's just play a video game instead. Because that's like immediately fun, right? Damn millennials and their immediate, constant gratification, sudden gratification.
Our first cousins, your ass, are the ones after those.
No, the ones closer to that. First cousin is like your
Spanish is
dad's
a bit hard.
brother's kid. Spanish is a bit hard, yeah. I took it in high school, but cheated off the little red-haired girl next to me, and then never learned a damn thing.
A Spanish first cousin might be your sister. IDK. Subject, verb, object is annoying. Everything is backwards.
Yeah, I could definitely kind of remember that happening. Being upset by the direction everything was in.
You have to think like Yoda. He is in the tree.
Who's in the tree? And I want those.
No up or down.
Yeah, no up or down. It's space. Space. This space man went. I'll go to where capitalism cannot reach me. Space. Do I want any of those? No. Oh, there's a treasure box down there. Better go get it. Treasure box. Shoot, I already have those two. I need. No, no. No, no. No, no, no. Maybe no. No, definitely not. This isn't doing me any good? No, it doesn't. It usually does me good, but not today. That one's not helping either. I don't know what that one was. I just picked one at random. Thinking too hard. Let's take the clover. Let's get lucky. I'm gonna finish this run and then probably call it off for the night. I think. Yeah. We talked about all there is to talk about. But I'll be back on Wednesday with Thomas.
Apparently, Tucker Carlson debated Chris Cuomo.
Yeah, that. I saw one little story about that, and then I said, well, I don't want to talk to either of those guys. I wouldn't want to be interviewed or interview either of them. So that sounds like must not watch TV to me. Mustn't watch TV.
There you go, done.
Mustn't watch TV. Or I'll put that right on the top of my to-don't list. But follow me on this logic here. Vladimir Putin often kills journalists with polonium and poison and stuff like that. Yet Tucker survived. By that logic, Tucker is not a journalist. If he were, he'd have died.
I'll just copy your to-don't list for my to-do list. That makes logical sense.
Yeah, exactly. It comes together, I think. I have no idea what's going on right now. But I know it's colorful and musical, and it's keeping the Zoomers happy, I would assume. And it's going to happen for another 6 minutes. So this game likes to be beaten. This game is a masochist. It wants to be beaten harder. You know, it starts off kind of hard, but then after, I don't know, a few levels, you really just start beating this game. And it likes it. And it wants you to beat it harder next time. I've never played a game that itself was a masochist before, but That's the feeling that I get. And I like beating Vampire Survivor. I really do. I like beating it. So it's a weird relationship that me and Vampire Survivor have. And I'm glad you're all here to witness it. Because I'm not going to therapy. I'm not paying for that shit.
Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't even evolve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of my weapons. And still I'm stomping the hell out of this level. This level's too easy. Wonder what... I guess I gotta play the adventures next time. That's what I'll do. I think the adventures are a little bit harder. Because this is just steamrollingly easy. Sounds cool though.
We are studied like rats in a lab. There are massive government and NGO think tank institutions with lots of money dedicated to studying us. How are we all so organized on that tip, but we can't run a... Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
So yeah, massive government NGO think tank institutions with lots of money dedicated to studying us. Well, everybody wants something different. There are 100 think tanks to push for a certain agenda, but then there's 100 pushing the other direction to get rid of that agenda. And they just keep bashing into each other. And the regular Americans just want to grill. They just want to play stupid TikTok games, stupid video games like this one.
Despite all my cage, I still managed to escape. Gamble 100. At KBP 24 dice roll result 5, you recovered the bet.
What was I saying before we got interrupted? Yeah, I was a conspiracy theorist from way back. I first was researching Nibiru on Hotmail groups. No, what was it called? It was
Lala game stream, and all we get is audio. Right, but the really big ones like Rand have studies showing how all they need is a couple smaller NGOs to cause the required chaos that will make us all accept what they want. Oh, I love conspiracies. Check out Waldo's videos, https://www.youtubecom at Waldo videos.
I didn't have the game up on the screen because I'm
especially
a bad
the
streamer.
Ones with an S.
I'm not very good at it, and I dick it up all the time. So if you like watching streamers dick up, I'm your guy. I had a whole game stream running in the background. All you could do is hear it because I'm dumb. All right. Yeah, I like the old conspiracy, the old stuff. I was reading about, I was doing research on Nibiru back on Hotmail communities back in like 1997 or something, you know? And you'll never guess what they had to say back in 1997. That Nibiru was going to murder us all in the year 2000. Now, that didn't happen. Why
am I pyramids mad?
That didn't actually happen. I don't know if you noticed, but we did not all die.
Don't do any research on anything that didn't happen on this planet.
I saw thousands of photos that were absolutely proving Nibiru, Planet X, the contrails were actually chemtrails covering up so that you couldn't see the sky anymore. Because if you saw it, you'd see a giant Planet X hurtling towards us.
The Mayan calendar is just about to kick in.
Any minute now, it's going to kick in. And so, yeah, I was a big conspiracy guy back in the day. Then 9/11 happened, and I went nuts for that one. And I just fell down the rabbit hole, and I just ate it all up all the time.
I heard Florida would be underwater by then, too, unless we Captain Planeted the Earth.
Right. And so I followed all those things. I paid attention to it. I got my first computer all of my own. because I was I was born in '82, so around 2000 I was 18, so I was about 19 when uh, 9/11 happened. So I got my laptop and I just sat there and I read everything and I checked all the message boards and we were watching stuff like back then and passing messages to each other and checking out the websites and stuff like that. And it was a whole thing. And I just kind of stayed that way for a really long time. And what really uh,
Right before the 2000 reboot fucked him up.
um, so then what happened? I was still into it. 2010 or so, maybe it was 2009.
Haha.
I started hearing what's his name, Graham Hancock. You guys remember
It's a
Graham
tough thing to go
Hancock?
through.
Graham Hancock.
Because time and shit.
Yeah, 2009 or something like that. I hear Graham Hancock talking about 2012 and stuff like that. And then I started looking at 2012 and I was like, oh my God, this is it. Everything is coming down to 2012. There's no way this can't be real. How could all of these people on YouTube be wrong? It can't happen. They were all wrong. And I, I was like, man, everybody agreed on one thing. If you were a 9/11 conspiracy theorist, you thought 2012 was a big deal. If you were a woo-woo stars aligning what were they called? They were called Andromedans back then. I want to say they live in uh, another they're the good aliens that are driving away the grays and stuff like that. You thought 2012 was a big deal. If you were a government conspiracy theorist and George Bush is out to get you and it's all plot by the Jews, you thought 2012 was a big deal. Um, the comet guys, I followed a comet guy. God, uh, what was his name? Richard
Mayans
Hoagland.
got it right every time except for 2012.
I think his name was Richard Hoagland or something like that. And he was just nuts about comets. And he was telling us how comets weren't actually anything, were actually spacecraft and stuff like that that are sent and spiraling around to watch us and stuff like that. And he had all this evidence, and I watched it. I was like, oh my God, this guy's brilliant. He said 2012, not gonna miss, nothing gonna go wrong. It's gonna be great, and I'll be proven right. You'll be proven right. Everybody's gonna have a good time. And then it just nothing happened. It just kind of gave up, and it was nothing. And then all of their videos, boop, 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 just got deleted from YouTube because they closed them. They didn't want people coming in there years later and then yelling at them about it. So I had to come to grips a little bit. And when I did, I started looking at who's telling the truth, who's not, who's doing the good things, who's not, who's paying attention to things. And what I generally came to.
There has been a war on common people's minds going on for a time.
Right.
Well, yas got Bama done HH. There is no doubt that propaganda, black propaganda hoaxes and all sorts of human intelligence have been studied by nobility going back to antiquity.
Sure. And then I had to figure out what is real and stuff like that. And I started measuring it against each other and pitting one group against another and then not believing things just because I wanted to believe them. So I challenged everything and then I ended up a left-leaning atheist. I don't know. Um, that seems the most correct to me at the moment. It seems the way that things ought to be
In
working.
2012 our options were Obama and Romney, beginning of the end really.
It
Oh
was all
nobility
downhill from
conspiracy,
there.
those Illuminati.
Yeah, it was all downhill from there. So I have finished that game. I'm about done for tonight. I appreciate all the new people that came in from that raid. It was super cool. It was super exciting. It's only the second time I've ever been raided. I've only been on the what you call Twitch for a couple of months now. Chris Hammer, thank you for turning a frog gay. You turned a freaking frog gay. You happy? Are you proud of yourself? I'm proud of you. Good job.
Nice to see ya.
I appreciate it. And I, P.S. Salty, also turned a frog gay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Not the first time.
Not the first time you've
Thanks
done
for the
so?
stream, Waldo.
Oh my. You've got some stories to tell, sir. Uh, uh, so that is it for me tonight. Um, what am I doing? I am going to. God, should I raid somebody else? I don't know anybody else.
Hoot the Frog asked for it.
It was a consensual frog gaying. I'm okay with that.
Haha.
Um, I'm gonna click a button. Oops, that's not the right button. Um, I don't know how to do
Good night
anything.
and good luck to you.
Yeah, good night. Good luck. I am going to call it for the night. I appreciate everybody
Period.
who's here. I will be back on Wednesday, probably with my conservative friend named Thomas on Wednesday, and he will probably shoot conservatism at me. And then I'll try and rebuke it and shoot some liberalism at him, and I'm going to sneak it. So he's going to come in
Ike
high.
3XGN.
He's going to come in high and be like, "Raw, look at all this conservatism." I'm going to sneak in under low and be like, "Hey, hey, you're actually a leftist." But that'll be on Wednesday, maybe. We'll feel the news. We'll look at the politics. Start at 7 o'clock PST, West Coast, Best Coast, and then if you want, go to the YouTube page and give it a sub, and you can watch the videos that I make out of these streams. So I just stream it, then I chop it up, turn it into videos. And you can go and watch them there if you don't want to watch the whole stream. I don't blame you. I do say
At PT Schulte know
a
you.
lot, and I forget what I'm talking about, and then I get hung up on words, but I chop all that out. I edit all that out in the videos, so you can get all the good stuff in the videos. Um, my name is Waldo, and I am here to feel the politics with you. And I'll be back on Wednesday to do it again. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night.